Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about something that's been on my mind, and maybe on yours too. I'm talking about why the things we buy just don't feel good anymore. If you've ever found yourself staring at your new purchase, wondering why it's not hitting the same way it used to, stick around, because I'm breaking down 10 real reasons why that happens. Let's get into it. First off, you won't feel good with your purchases if you're buying for instant gratification. You know that rush you get when you click buy now or swipe your card at the store. You see something you like. Maybe it's those new shoes everyone's hyped about or the latest gadget, and bam! Your brain lights up like a Christmas tree. You buy it, you get a little rush. That's dopamine, the feel-good chemical doing its thing. It feels good in the moment, right? But here's the catch. That feeling fades fast. Why? Because it's just a dopamine hit. It's not fulfilling, it's just momentary. And when it's gone, you're left wondering why it didn't make you as happy as you thought it would. Next on my list is lifestyle inflation. This one's sneaky. You start earning a bit more, and suddenly the things you used to dream about become your everyday purchases. What was once exciting becomes the new normal. And guess what? The thrill is gone. When we keep raising our standard of living without appreciating what we already have, nothing feels special anymore. But here's the thing. As our income increases, so do our expenses. It's almost automatic. We start to think, I can afford this now, and before we know it, our spending has caught up with our new income level. It's like this invisible force, lifestyle inflation, pushing us to spend more, even if we don't need to. We get caught up in the excitement of having more money and forget to pause and think. This constant upgrading can turn into a never-ending cycle of wanting more. Each new purchase brings a fleeting thrill, but soon, the novelty wears off, and we're left wanting the next big thing. It's like trying to fill a void with stuff, and it never quite works. The more we buy, the more we realize that material possessions can't truly satisfy our deeper needs. Instead of immediately upgrading your lifestyle, why not invest that extra money? Put it into something that grows over time, like stocks, real estate, or even a retirement fund. Grow your wealth, secure your future, and then you'll have even more to give back later on. Financial security brings peace of mind and opens up opportunities for meaningful experiences. Remember, true wealth isn't about how much you spend, it's about how much you keep and how you use it to make a positive impact. Invest in your future, give back to your community, and cherish the moments that truly matter. Number 3 on the list is chasing status over value. We've all been there, buying something just because it's trendy or because we want to impress someone. But here's the deal. When the initial buzz wears off, you're left with stuff that doesn't really mean anything to you. The truth is, buying for status never feels as good as buying something that aligns with who you are. Buying things to impress others is a recipe for unhappiness. You might feel a temporary high, but it fades quickly. Think about it, you buy that expensive watch, that designer bag, and for what? A few likes on a post, a fleeting moment of admiration. You're chasing validation from other people who might not even notice or care as much as you think they do. And let's be real, people who probably don't even care about you as much as you think they do. They have their own lives, their own concerns. And the worst part, that validation is temporary. It's like a drug. You need more and more to feel the same high. There's always going to be someone with a newer watch, a faster car, a bigger house. The cycle never ends. True satisfaction comes from within. It comes from doing things you love, spending time with people who matter, and being true to yourself. So next time you're about to hit that buy now button, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, am I buying this for me, or am I trying to impress someone else? Make choices that bring you genuine joy, not just temporary validation. Number 4, emotional spending. Raise your hand if you've ever bought something to make yourself feel better after a rough day. Yeah, I'm guilty too. It feels good for about 5 minutes, but once reality hits, you're left with that post-shopping regret. Why? Because emotional spending doesn't fix the problem, it just covers it up. Shopping might give you a quick mood boost, but it's not addressing the root cause of your emotions. In fact, it might even be making things worse. Remember, true happiness comes from within, not from a package delivered to your doorstep. Okay, moving on to number 5, lack of alignment with your values. This one's deep, guys. When we buy things that don't reflect who we truly are or what matters to us, it feels empty. Maybe you buy fancy decor because it looks good on Instagram, but deep down you're more of a minimalist. When your purchases don't match your core values, they're not going to make you feel good. Your purchases should always align with your values. Think about it. If you care about sustainability, but you're constantly buying fast fashion, that's a disconnect. If you value experiences over material possessions, but you're drowning in stuff, something's gotta give. When our purchases reflect our values, it creates a sense of harmony in our lives. We feel good about how we're spending our money, and it brings us a deeper sense of satisfaction. Support brands that align with your ethics, invest in experiences that bring you joy, and prioritize purchases that truly reflect who you are. Number 6 is oversaturation of possessions. Ever heard of stuffication? It's a real thing. It's that feeling of being overwhelmed by all the stuff you own, to the point where it starts to affect your mental and emotional well-being. When you're surrounded by too much, new things lose their value. You can't fully enjoy what you have because you're constantly distracted by the sheer volume of things you own. We live in a culture of consumerism, constantly bombarded with messages telling us we need more, more, more. Advertisements, social media, and even our peers encourage us to buy the latest gadgets, fashion, and home decor. But the truth is, having too much stuff can be suffocating. It can make your home feel more like a storage unit than a sanctuary. Think about it, all those clothes you never wear, gadgets you never use, clutter taking over your living space. Each item you own requires some level of maintenance, whether it's cleaning, organizing, or simply finding a place to store it. It's overwhelming. It creates stress, anxiety, and makes it difficult to appreciate the things you actually do love. The mental load of managing all this stuff can be exhausting. Minimalism isn't about getting rid of everything. It's about being intentional with what you bring into your life. It's about making conscious choices to keep only what truly adds value to your life. It's about surrounding yourself with things that bring you joy, that serve a purpose, and that reflect who you are. A well-organized, clutter-free space can bring a sense of peace and clarity. And before you buy something new, ask yourself, do I really need this? Or am I just adding to the clutter? Consider the long-term impact of your purchases on your space and your well-being. By being mindful, you can create a more fulfilling and joyful life. Let's hit number 7, financial stress and guilt. You know when you buy something expensive, and later when you're looking at your budget, you're like, why did I do that? That guilt weighs you down, making the initial joy disappear. If a purchase is going to add stress later, it's not worth it, and your mind knows it, even if you don't want to admit it at first. Overspending, racking up debt, it weighs heavily on your mind, keeping you up at night, and well, sucking the joy out of life. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the constant worry, the feeling of being trapped, of living paycheck to paycheck. It can strain relationships, impact your mental and physical health, and hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Create a budget, track your spending, and identify areas where you can cut back. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. There are resources available, financial advisors, budgeting apps that can help you get back on track and create a healthier relationship with money. Number 8 is comparing yourself to others. Social media is the biggest culprit here. In this age of social media, it's easier than ever to fall into the comparison trap. You scroll through your feed, see everyone else's perfectly curated lives, their fancy vacations, their designer clothes, and suddenly your own life seems inadequate. But here's the thing, social media is a highlight reel. People only show you what they want you to see. Comparing yourself to others is a recipe for unhappiness. It robs you of joy, steals your focus, and prevents you from appreciating the good things in your own life. And next time you find yourself comparing your life to someone else's online, log off, put down your phone, and go do something that brings you joy in the real world. Alright, number 9 is when purchases are driven by trends and not actual needs. You see something trending and suddenly you feel like you need it. But a month later, it's collecting dust because it was never really something you wanted in the first place. Trends come and go, but needs are consistent. Don't fall into the trap of buying what's popular if it doesn't add value to your life. Before you drop your hard-earned cash on the latest must-have item, ask yourself, do I actually want this? Or am I just being influenced by trends? Trends are fleeting. Instead of being a slave to trends, develop your own personal style. Remember, true style is about expressing yourself, not conforming to someone else's idea of what's cool. Last but not least, number 10 is the declining novelty effect. Remember when you were a kid and got a new toy? It was the best thing ever, until it wasn't. As adults, we go through the same cycle. You get a new phone, a new car, a new anything, and suddenly, the world feels brighter. Everything is exciting, everything is new, you can't stop smiling. But here's the catch. The novelty effect is temporary. The new car smell disappears, the excitement of that new gadget wears off, and you're left with the same old you, just with more stuff. It's human nature, guys. We adapt quickly, and that can make it hard to stay satisfied with what we have. Invest in relationships, learn a new skill, travel to new places. These are the things that create memories that last a lifetime, long after the novelty of a new purchase has worn off. So there you have it, guys. 10 reasons why your purchases might not be satisfying you anymore. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Let's spread the message and help each other find true happiness beyond the shopping cart.